Hey, it's Monday again. Here we are. Happy Hot Mess Monday, you guys. I am Sugar Jones. I'm your hot mess in residence. And wow, what a hot mess we're all in right now. Season 3 of Hot Mess Monday is just strictly about the pandemic. Who knew all of this stuff was going to happen the way it's been happening? But it's been nuts. We're not going to talk about anything that's going on with a certain person at Walter Reed this weekend, but we are going to talk about some other stuff and some other ways that people have been helping each other get through the pandemic in one way in particular. But before I get into that, I just wanted to make sure that if you are on Facebook, that you like this page, the Hot Mess Monday page, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Sugar Jones. Remember, Twitter, I can tend to be a little PG-13. So just be aware. And then join the Hot Mess Monday Book Club, where I don't assign any books or any book reports, but I do share some practical links and some fun links and things that we talk about here on Hot Mess Monday. So how you guys doing? Let me know where you're at. Yes, Shannon, it has been nuts. It's been crazy. Like every it's not even every day anymore that you need to log on to see what's going on. It's every hour. And sometimes if you miss an hour, you missed a lot. So yeah, kind of cuckoo. Hey, you guys, if you're watching, let me know where you're watching from and which platform too, because right now I am streaming on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Oh my Lanta. And then also just, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me some love, my friends. I need some validation. That's why I'm on social media. I'm not even going to pretend. All right. So I did a thing last week and I'm wearing the particular color. Sorry, I keep forgetting to take everybody. I can't take everybody down. Last week, I kept names up way longer, and I'm sure people were like, who the hell is this girl? No, my name is Sugar Jones. This is Hot Mess Monday, and I futz with my hair, and that's how you know you're here. So last week, I did a thing, like I was saying. I actually had been trying for a couple of weeks to find somebody that drove for Instacart, but I couldn't actually find anybody. So I was like, screw it. I'll be the person that drives for Instacart, because there's this thing that I'm going to be talking about today that I kind of needed to get the perspective of the driver. And I couldn't find anybody. So I was like, I guess I'll just be the driver. So once I signed up and passed my background check and all the other good stuff, I was able to go and do some shops for Instacart. So all the years of being a domestic goddess finally were paying off. I've been shopping for free, y'all, for 30 years. So it was kind of nice to have somebody be like, hey, we'll pay you to do the thing you did for free all this time. Who out there that's watching uses Instacart or has driven for Instacart? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up or tell me your whatever. Tell me your experience. This isn't just a me show. This is a conversation. So let me know. All right. So I signed up. It was super duper easy. A little probably too easy. I was like, oh God, all of a sudden I just had this, they're like, you can start shopping now. I'm like, I don't know. Like all of a sudden I got nervous, because I didn't have to report to any office. I just had to get in my car, drive over to a grocery store, pick up all these things. Oh, Jessica, Instacart is on the way to her house right now. It's not me, just so you know. So I wasn't really sure what to do, but what I decided to do was I just decided to shop at stores that I'm already familiar with. And the one store that kept popping up that I am totally familiar with was Sprouts. So I was like, okay, I'll just, go easy in. I know where everything pretty much is. There are a lot of crazy little items that, I don't know about, but I'm sure I could find them. There are lots of helpful people. So I showed up one day and I just started doing the shopping, and it took me so long, you guys. And it was honestly, what it was sometimes you can do 2 batches. You can do 2 shops at once. I don't know what it comes across on the other side on on the app for shoppers if it says, hey, yours is part of 2 batches, but I'm constantly communicating and letting them know, hey, I'm also shopping for somebody else, just so you know, or there's a long line and blah, blah, blah. And no shocker, you guys, I'm already a 5-star shopper. So I'm putting that on my resume, honestly. All right, let's see. Salacious Crunch says it works for him. Kitten. All right. I'm a kitten. Anyway, so I decided that I would go to Sprouts because I know Sprouts and I know pretty much all the aisles at Sprouts and I know kind of my way around. So I go, but then they also the way it's all laid out is you have a shop A and a shop B. They give you the person's name, but it's like it comes across as A or B. And so most of the items for A were lined up and most B and whatever. And so I was trying to keep them separated in the cart. And I was really panicking. Like I kept going over the list and making sure that yes, the potatoes belong to A and the oat milk belonged to B. And then I just kind of was really stressed out about it. I got way more stressed out about it than I thought I would be. But I got used to it. And after a couple of days, I kind of came up with a system of how to do things. Sorry, futzing with my hair. I try so hard not to, but I keep seeing myself. Anyway, so I'm sitting there and then I noticed that after the first day or the first couple of shops, I was like, they're just sending me back and forth all over the store. So I realized if I just sit in one little corner of the store, little tip for y'all, if you decide you want to, do a little Instacart shopping. If I stay in this one corner of the store, I know where pretty much all the departments are. So I'm like, okay, well, this is this, and dairy and eggs is next to the frozen food. And I'm not going to get the frozen food right away, but maybe I'll just come back over here. The produce is super easy to get because I love picking fresh produce, and also got thumbs ups on picking quality. Quality. Sorry, you guys. My morning voice. I got a thumbs up for picking quality items. And this actually I learned from Jessica last week or a couple weeks ago, that you have to sniff the bottom of a honeydew melon, and if it smells like honeydew, it's ripe. So I'm sitting there like in the store, like one of those ladies going, do you guys sniff your melons? I don't know. Jessica, I listen to whatever she tells me to do. She's a smart lady, so I'm not stupid. So anyway, so that was one of the things that I would do. Is I would go and do all the produce shopping first. And then I would go and go to this other area, the vitamin aisle. That just overwhelms me no matter what. I can never find my own vitamins. So I just go up to the person that's in the vitamin aisle. I'm like, where's the L-carnitine? And they'll tell you. So anyway, you guys, if you're here from Twitter, please share this. Or like it or whatever, give me a heart, whatever. Thanks for being here. And for those of you on Facebook, remember, don't forget to like Hot Mess Monday. Okay, so I'm talking about my experience for those of you that just showed up. I'm talking about my experience as an Instacart shopper last week for 3 days. Let me just lead with also, I made $210 in 3 days grocery shopping. I forgot to mention that part. Yeah, $210 that is now in my bank account. And a big chunk of that was tips. So you're welcome. Oh my God. I was really shocked. So kind of neat. Yes, Jessica, you have been outed as a sniffer of melons. Yeah. Yeah. So another domestic goddess, Jessica, always with the great tips. So the one thing that I wanted to find out too was how many people have been using Instacart on a personal basis. So I asked my friends on Facebook, because my friends on Facebook, man, y'all have opinions all the time. And they were great opinions. And I really, really appreciated reading some of these. And this is what I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. So yeah, so if you are thinking about shopping for Instacart, it's not that hard. It is a little challenging. But if you like game shows, you're going to love this, because they time you per item, how many seconds it took to find each item. So that's always kind of interesting, just being able to see how quick you get. And I've actually gone from 156 seconds per item down to like 130 seconds per item. And it's going to be like 100 seconds per item soon. I'm sure of it. I'm trying to get there. All right, you guys. For some reason, this one particular post keeps disappearing on desktop. Give me a thumbs up if you guys hate the new Facebook. All right, so cool. So here are some of the reasons people are using Instacart. I mean, obviously, overall, there's convenience, right? I started after my last cancer surgery, and I've used it on and off since, especially now during the pandemic. Fresh fruit is almost always an issue. Otherwise, I've not really had any problems. See, that's why I'm getting a 5-star rating. So all you guys like shopping for Instacart, Jesus, find the good stuff. Don't just grab whatever's in front of you. My God. All right. So, and then one person said once a week they use it. They don't like driving. Or they can't drive, actually. There's some sort of insurance issue. I don't know. So they rely on delivery for groceries. Another person uses it all the time. Excuse me, you guys. Convenience and hate going to the grocery store. I also don't vary my choices much. So creature of habit. Sometimes I'll venture out for produce, but other than that, they choose the same items online and get the shop delivered. The convenience and also the safety is another one. She used it prior to COVID for a few things, but now it's her go-to. Haven't been to a store in the last 4 months because I can get everything through Instacart, and what I can't find there, Amazon does. All right, cool. And then another gal, usually make my orders during the workday. It's convenient to have them delivered so I can continue to work from home and not have to make time to go shop. And then another person was saying that they like, I did see this earlier, that they like that they can shop from work. And then by the time they get home, the groceries are already there and their older children have already put them away. So everything's all taken care of. All right. And somebody just said, hello, Mom. I don't think that's one of my children. Not that I know of. Anyway. All right. So there were another cancer patient uses Instacart and Amazon Fresh so she can stay out of stores. The prices can be a little high sometimes, but it's cheaper than paying for COVID care. Hi. Yeah, no kidding. Another gal uses it to save time. Also easy to find stuff with a search instead of walking all over the store to find stuff. Yeah, right? Like you just plug it in. And the other thing that I've noticed too, like on my end, if there's an item that's missing, I always trying to find, another good replacement item, which by the way, I've gotten like tons of thumbs up for that, like replacing good items. Very proud of myself for being an excellent grocery shopper, you guys. Don't know. I mean, I've been doing it this long, so I guess it's just a thing that you learn as a stay-at-home mom / domestic goddess. But there is an option that you can put like a backup item. So if that item's not available, you can have a backup item and it makes it a lot faster for everybody. Hint, hint. Just always have a backup item because otherwise I'm going to have to pick something for you. And if it's not me who's really, really good at grocery shopping, you may not get, what you want. Let's see. We watch our 3-year-old son, we watch a 3-year-old for my son. Okay. We watch a 3-year-old for my son. So they use Instacart because the 3-year-old doesn't wear a mask in the store. And then another gal, very good point. And this is Chelsea. I'm sure you're watching, Chelsea. She says she likes to pay for her time. She spends enough time meal planning and adding it all to the cart. I love having anything possible delivered to me. And another gal that I know has her own agency multiple times a week. It saves a ton of time. It saves money because no spur-of-the-moment purchases that the kids are asking for from the cart. Also gas money when going around town. And third reason was COVID. And fourth reason, she worked in a grocery store for 10 years and she hates going to them now. It's funny, you guys, like after all the shops that I did, I was like, I have to go grocery shop for myself. And I know you're like, oh, why don't you just grocery shop while you're there shopping for other people? Because as I mentioned earlier, I'm constantly like, is this for customer A? Is this for customer B? Making sure, like completely obsessing. One time I did 3 orders, never doing that again. My brain was completely fried by the end of that day. I thought I was going to lose my mind. But yeah, 1 order, 2 orders, not a problem. Stacy says she uses it weekly. And Lee says every week since COVID. Clarissa says every week for years now. It's way easier than going myself. And Kelly, I use it to save time. One less thing I have to do, go to the grocery store. So for me, honestly, you guys, I was kind of excited to get out of the house and have something to do. And maybe it was just kind of like thinking back to my days as a stay-at-home mom and a domestic goddess where, you know, going to the mailbox and going out to the grocery store were like little treats because I got to talk to other adults. Well, there's not too many adults I get to talk to here. And the other bonus was that while I was shopping, I wasn't online doom scrolling. So yay, that was another positive. Well, the reason that I am talking about this today and talking about all the benefits to the driver and to the people ordering is because there's this proposition that's coming up in California. It's Prop 22. So I'm actually working with them right now, and I'm working on the Yes on Prop 22 committee, or with them. So one of the things that's been kind of gone back and forth is just things that, you know, drivers needed to have guaranteed minimum earnings. They didn't have health insurance. They didn't have, you know, access to any kind of, you know, benefits or anything like that. Plus, there was also some concern about, are these people being, you know, background checked, or have they been driving drunk, you know, and who's coming to my door kind of thing. So vote or yes on Prop 22. Basically, Prop 22 is protecting the app-based drivers, which app-based drivers want to stay freelance 4-to-1. So over 70% of 1 million app-based drivers in California want to stay just app-based drivers and not employees. So basically, it's going to save thousands of people their extra side income. And it also is going to improve the quality of the app by guaranteeing, or the app-based work by guaranteeing minimum earnings. There's going to be 30 cents per mile compensation towards expenses, because it's not cheap driving around all over the place. Instacart does give you, like, you get per mile from the grocery store to the location. So, but, and then funding for new health benefits for drivers who work at least 15 hours a week. It's really not that hard to hit 15 hours a week. But if you're working 15 hours a week, pretty much anywhere, 15 to 20, you usually get some kind of health insurance option. So that's going to be available now to freelance drivers through Prop 22 if you vote yes on Prop 22 in California. And for anybody that's not in California, you guys, what ends up happening is anything that's successful in California tends to happen or get picked up by other states if it hasn't already been done. Medical and disability coverage for injury and illness on the job, protection against discrimination and sexual harassment. So that's a nice thing, because you are just kind of floating out there on your own when you're freelancing. So it's nice to, you know, have that security between you and the app that you're working for, right? And then it also implements new public safety protections for people that are using Uber, Lyft, Instacart drivers, whatever. So you're going to have recurring background checks of drivers, mandatory new safety courses for drivers, zero tolerance for alcohol and drug offenses, and making it a crime to impersonate a driver. So this is really important for anybody who is a mom with kids, right? Like, you don't want to have crazy people coming to your house. And, you know, a couple of moms opened the door and I saw that they were home alone with 3-4 kids. And, you know, I'm a mom. And so I was like, oh, hi kids, blah, blah, blah. But what if I wasn't, you know? So it's a good thing that we have like extra background checks for everybody. The one thing that I did notice though, while I was driving, just so you guys know, if you use Instacart, randomly, I'll get this thing pop up on the cart or on the screen that says, you know, take a picture of yourself to make sure that it's still you that's driving. So I passed the background check and I'm doing the driving. And so they just want to make sure that it's still me in the driver's seat that's doing all of that and not some random person that's just gonna, you know, use my app. So that's another kind of cool thing. Oh, there is Chelsea. Chelsea, did you hear? Hi. Did you hear my comment of yours? How you like to pay for your time, which is very, very smart. All right, guys. So if you're from California, do us all a favor. Do the Instacart shoppers and the Uber Lyft and all the other drivers, Uber slash Lyft. I just call them Uber Lyft. Does anybody else do that? Is it just me? Vote yes on Prop 22 so that we can all keep doing and working and helping each other out. The one thing that I really kind of liked, and I thought about this yesterday a little bit when I was kind of prepping for today, was there's a lot of moms helping moms, right? So I'm a mom whose kids are already grown now and don't need mom at home all the time. They're pretty much, there's only one left at home. And he's pretty much doing his schoolwork all day long. He has his snacks. He knows what to do. He's 16 years old. Nobody needs me supervising them. So I'm able to then take all the experience of all the years of when I was home and was the domestic goddess that got to do all the grocery shopping. And I get to help moms that are now at home, like buried with all this whole homeschool thing they weren't expecting. And maybe they're working at home, or maybe they've just got a busy job in an office somewhere and they just don't have the time to go and spend 2 hours driving to the store, sitting in the store, standing in line to get into the store, maybe if you're Trader Joe's or anything else. So we're basically helping each other out. We're creating this nice little mom economy where moms get to be at home taking care of their kids, doing their job, and another mom gets to go do the shopping and make some money on the stuff that she's been doing for free for 30 friggin' years. So it's kind of neat. I kind of love it. I love that that's something that's available. And while this was just an experiment to see how it would work, I gotta be honest to you guys, I kind of liked that I just went grocery shopping and now I have an extra $200. I mean, I could get an OnlyFans page, but nobody wants that. No. So maybe if you're in my neighborhood, I may be dropping off groceries for you sometime in the near future. So anyway, thanks you guys for joining me today and hearing about my Instacart experience and going through my scratchy little morning froggy breath. Oh, I hate that morning froggy breath. It just drives me crazy. I haven't talked all morning. Can you believe that? So anyway, leave some comments in here letting me know, do you drive for Instacart? Or Uber or Lyft? What's your experience been? How do you feel about Prop 22? Are you excited that you're now going to have all these extra benefits and perks? And if you are somebody that uses Instacart, let me know what your experience has been on the app side, on the side where you get the deliveries brought to your door. So anyway, well, I will see you guys at the grocery store then. Okay, bye guys. Have a great week.